I hope after this news, people start waking up. Every day seems to be something new with this organization. My show last week was about the $6 million mansion, the Creator House, and you're still seeing stuff every day online on the news about this. The scam organization that is BLM. Well, a report just came out that basically says that the murder rate has gone up significantly since the 2020 defund the police movement following the George Floyd incident. Basically, murders across the country spiked 30% in 2020 compared to the year before. In 2019, there were at least 7,400 black Americans murdered. That number shot up to at least 9,900 in 2020, an increase of over 2,400. Where's BLM? What are they doing? Why aren't they responding? They don't comment. They don't say anything about it. They just keep saying they're going to be truthful and transparent to keep their movement going to help the black community, which they do nothing. The number of black murders was far higher than white murders in 2020. Again, after the George Floyd defund the police movement. Where's BLM? They say nothing. You know, it's disgusting to even talk about this anymore, because if people aren't onto this scam by now, they never will be. I believe it's because of politics. One politician who I think is really pushing this movement is Cori Bush, who, by the way, has spent over $300,000 on personal security for herself since her push to defund the police, that she still to this day is pushing. She's totally against the police, but she's paying for private security to the tune of about $300,000 because her life's in danger. She has work to do. She needs to continue her message. What is her message other than you hate America, you hate Americans, you stand for nothing, you stand for nothing that's good? She is the biggest supporter of defund the police in Congress. She's part of the so-called squad of progressives who are against everything good and holy in our country. They're against anything good that comes to Americans. They want to stop everything. They want to give everything away for free. And they, the squad, are the biggest supporters of the defund the police movement. AOC is one of them. We all know who that fantastic human being is. But this report on BLM with the defund and the murders, it's just that they continue to preach their bullshit that they are all for their people. We're trying to make our people better. We're trying to build communities. We're trying to help. They have done, like I said in my last show, nothing. They've built no schools. They've built no parks. They've helped zero inner city kids. They have zero, let's say, day camps for kids over the summers. They do nothing. They do nothing but continue to raise money and tell people that we're for the people, and they are not. They are, as you know, being investigated by the Internal Revenue Service for the amount of money they paid in cash for a Creator House. But what struck me as really ridiculous, and that's my main reason for making this quick video, last Thursday in Portland, Oregon, a Black Lives Matter truck was parked supposedly in a secure area. Now, I guess they have trucks for whatever reason. I don't know if they're delivering the sandwiches to the homeless once a month, but that's probably all they do. But this Black Lives Matter truck was vandalized and burned. And the BLM Portland they're up in arms. They can't believe that somebody would have the nerve to vandalize and burn one of their vehicles, which I'll admit, it's wrong. Whether you agree with them or not, there's no reason to destroy their property, although they don't have a problem destroying everybody else's property when they're out protesting peacefully, looting stores, burning buildings, flipping cars, destruction. That's what they're all about. But I still don't condone the damage and burning of a BLM vehicle. I personally think it's wrong. But here's the funny part about this. Whoever the driver was or the local leader of this fine organization in Portland, he's estimating the damage of the vehicle, you ready? Between $40 and $50,000. I'll say it again. He's estimating the damage of the BLM truck to be between $40 and $50,000 to replace it. Where did the $40 come from? How do you even have a half a brain to even make a statement like that? If you want to say 20, 30, 40 grand, 50 grand, 10 grand, but where do you come up with that large scale between $40 and $50,000? I'm going to tell you why. Because they have since started a GoFundMe page to help pay for a new vehicle that was vandalized and burned. So that $40 range to $50,000 range is basically to give the people who wish to donate an idea of how much you can give. So I say they're asking for no less than $40,000, and they'd like to raise up to $50,000. And they want their supporters who have, in the last several years, donated over $1 billion to this organization. So why do they need a GoFundMe page, and why should everyday citizens and those who still support this scam organization, why should they have to donate more? Where is Black Lives Matter Global Foundation? Where are they? They've raised over $1 billion. Why can't he call one of their supreme leaders and say, listen, our truck got damaged and burned and it can't be repaired. We need a new one. Can you help us out? But they're not doing that. And my opinion is because BLM doesn't give a shit. This is a local group in Portland. They probably bought their own vehicle, and the Global Foundation doesn't want to part with $50,000 to help them out. That's the money they live on. They need that money to still live in the mansion and to support all the creators that they let live in that mansion, which we all know is garbage too. This is the kind of shit that's going on today, and it continues and continues, and nobody is trying to stop it. This is nothing but a fraud organization that won't even help one of their own chapters buy a new vehicle. They had to initiate a GoFundMe to hopefully raise funds to buy a new vehicle. That alone should tell anybody who ever supported this organization that they're a fraud. They're a fraud. I hope that people donate $0 to that GoFundMe, because if their truck did get destroyed, and again, if it did, I think that's wrong. No matter how you feel about them, you don't destroy their property. Again, although they have no problem destroying other people's property during their peaceful protest. But you're expecting people who've donated billions of dollars to buy you a new truck when you have this so-called Black Lives Matter Global Foundation or Federation or whatever the hell they choose to call it? Nothing but fraud. It's a complete and utter scam, and it needs to be stopped. They should start refunding people who donated to them. People who donated to them are probably struggling every day to get by, and they donated what they could because they believed all their lies, and they believed that they were really going to be helped by this group. They believed that their neighborhoods were going to get better. They believed that they were going to build recreation centers and help fix schools or inner city playgrounds and everything else that comes with it. The people who donated believed all this, and now they're still struggling today because the founders of this fraud organization do nothing and could care less about the hundreds of thousands of people, most likely, who donated money that they probably couldn't even afford to donate, but they did anyways because they thought they were going to get some help in return. So I really hope that their GoFundMe gets $0, and if they need a new truck, their global foundation, whatever they call it, should foot the bill for the Portland chapter of this BLM. The global foundation should be buying them a new truck. It's wrong. Wake up. Stop donating to these organizations who do nothing. How many years is it going to take for people to see that they don't care about anybody but themselves? Enough is enough. Billions of dollars. So they say, I know it's definitely millions. If you had $6 million cash to buy the Creator House. And that's it. I saw that and I'm like, you're starting a GoFundMe page for $40, the estimated damage from $40 to $50,000, when this billion-dollar organization is sitting on money doing God knows what with it, and they can't cut you a check. It's a scam. It's a fraud. And that's it. That's the end of my my new BLM rant. I'm sorry. It just aggravates me that they're asking people who work hard to donate funds and get nothing in return. It's all lies. They will not ever help anybody. Or should I say, they're going to be transparent now and truthful. So maybe they're going to serve bagged lunches to the homeless 2 days a month instead of 1 day. And that's it. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already liked this video, please click the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you will. And if you do, hit the notification bell and drop a comment. I like reading the comments. Let me know what you think about this episode. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. And I'll see you soon with something else to talk about. Have a great night.